Right, YouTube, it's been a minute. Hope everyone is doing well. Been about 2 weeks since I last recorded a video for this series, but we are back nonetheless. So today is the first official day of prep. So we are 22 weeks out, still a long time away from my first show, which is the PCA First Timer Show up in Birmingham on the 22nd of September. So plenty of time, loads of time to prep for this. We wanted to start nice and early, make sure we have loads of time behind us to do a few practice peaks. We might even do a bit of a maintenance phase throughout this duration of prep. I'm already fairly lean. Obviously there's been fairly lean, then there's stage ready, which I've never been before. So we're just allowing us enough time to make sure we are going into this prep with loads of time on our side so we can obviously get in good condition for the show. That is the main goal, is just to bring about the absolute best condition possible. Don't want to be, missing condition on stage, especially PCA. I find that they are very on it with condition. I've seen guys from shows at the moment that are competing in PCA that are just by nowhere near the biggest, but they're coming in so conditioned that they're placing, top three. I've seen guys who are absolutely massive, but missing condition and coming like 4th and 5th. So condition seems to be one of the most important factors. Obviously, yes, size is important, posing is super important, stage presence, etc. But I think condition seems to be one of the most important factors, in my opinion, for PCA from what I've seen. So allowing ourselves plenty of time for this prep, obviously being my first prep as well, we don't know what to expect with different foods and compounds, etc. So we're just going to take our time and see how it goes. But anyway, today we are training push. This is my second week on the new training program. This is the prep training plan. So still following the same split, doing push, pull, lower, push, pull. Obviously going into men's physique, so legs is not a huge, big of a deal. We're still doing one lower session a week. That might change, getting closer to prep. We might end up training legs once every 2 weeks. I don't really know, don't know what to expect, just following the plan from what my coach has given me. So we are about to be 3 meals in. In terms of what food I'm having, it's still pretty much the same thing at the moment. Obviously, quantity has been decreased. So peak bulk, I was on about 6,300, maybe 6,400 calories. That was peak bulk, so obviously I was gaining weight. We then came down to maintenance calories, which for me is 5,500. So last week I was on 5,500 calories. We are now obviously week 1 of prep, so we're putting ourselves into a deficit now in order to lose body fat. So now on 5,000 calories exactly, more or less. I'll put the macros on screen now. Eating the same sort of food, so nothing's really changing there, just obviously reducing the quantity. In front of me, I have 300 grams of cooked rice, 150 grams of cooked chicken, 100 grams of pineapple, and a squares bar. This is my pre-workout meal. Well, it's not meant to be my pre-workout meal. My cream of rice is my pre-workout meal, but I kind of switched my meals around today, just make it a bit easier. So having this pre-workout, gonna wait about an hour and a half or so, then go to the gym to train push. Still allowed sauce, apparently. So I spoke to my coach, I said, what am I allowed, what aren't I allowed? And he said, for now, obviously early stages of prep, still allowed any sauce. And my go-to at the moment is the Nando's Peronaise. Absolutely love this stuff. Makes it much more bearable to eat these meals, especially coming off the end of an off season when food is so high and it's just difficult to eat. Having like a sauce like this is so good. Obviously salting all our meals still, super important. So yeah, gonna eat this, then probably wait about an hour and a half, then go to the gym. Got to pick up my car on the way as well. It's been in the garage, so I'm going to pick that up and then head over to the gym to train push. So I'll see you guys in a second. Right, we are in the gym training. Hopefully you can hear me, hopefully the music. We're starting off with a lying cuffed lateral raise. So really shoulder focus session here. So obviously hitting the side delts. This is probably my favorite lateral raise movement. You'll see how I set it up here. I kind of keep my torso fairly upright, so I'm not lying down completely. Bring the cuff close to the elbow and just focus on driving the pinkies up and really getting that contraction at the top. I've also adjusted the cable here so that the cable goes around the, you'll see the actual cable rather than the end bit. This means I get a bit more range of motion at the bottom, bit of a better stretch here. So yeah, not much to say really, just gonna get cracking. Volume is fairly low, keeping 2 to 3 reps in the tank because we're week 2 of prep. Obviously intensity will be pushed up throughout the duration of this block, but for now we're just starting at 3 to 2 reps in reserve for week 2. So yeah, gonna get straight into it and yeah, see what we can do.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light
are back from the gym. Was a good session, to be fair. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Absolutely loving the new training program. Even though it's the same split, obviously a few new movements in there. We've just got the incline prime press at the gym now, which is a really good piece of kit. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed using that, and it was just a really good all-round session. I didn't record too much in the gym because it was quite busy, and I didn't want to be that guy kind of stood in the way talking whilst people are trying to use the equipment. It's quite a small gym. It's one of the only downsides to it. It's a very good gym, really good kit, really good atmosphere, but it is quite a small gym. So when you train at peak sort of times, it can be very busy, and I don't want to like take up, you know, time on equipment, recording, talking when people are trying to use it. So hope you guys understand that. Still got a decent amount of footage though. So yeah, really good session. Eating meal number 5 now. I've already had meal number 4. So meal number 4 is just literally 200 grams of Cocoa Pops with some almond milk. Have that immediately after I train. Trying to get into the habit now, just eating my post-workout literally as soon as I'm done training. Obviously, when you train, you diminish all your glycogen storages during your session, so you want to replenish that instantly straight after you train. Hence, obviously, eating immediately after. Probably doesn't make a huge difference, obviously, eating it straight after or an hour after. I just like to get in the habit of eating it straight away. Obviously, it allows me to space my meals out a bit better as well. So I already had that. This is meal number 5. We've got 200 grams of lean beef mince here. Grass-fed. Does it make a huge difference? I don't really know. I'm just trying it out, to be honest. I've seen a few good things about it. Haven't really done much of my own research, probably should. But I've heard people, reliable sources, talk about the benefits of grass-fed beef. So I'm giving it a go. Obviously going into prep now, so I want all my food to be, you know, as nutritious as whole foods as it can be. So that is why I went for that. 400 grams of cooked rice and a bit of veg on the side as well. Not the most exciting, but that's bodybuilding for you. Obviously, salt as usual. Then I'm also going to chuck on a little bit of lighter than light mayo for this meal as well. Going to go ahead and eat this now, and then we'll have a little chat about how things are going so far and what the plan is for prep going forward. Of course, no, my luck, I just sat down and recorded myself talking for like 5 minutes just to find out my phone storage is full. So we're going to try and do a little take 2 of whatever I just said. Typical, but is what it is. So yeah, guys, prep is here. We are officially day 1 of prep, 22 weeks out. Really excited for what's to come, excited for the change and just to see what we can do. Obviously, I've competed a few times in powerlifting in the past, which I've really enjoyed. I love the competitive side to lifting, to training. I love working towards something. I think that's why I'm looking to do bodybuilding. So I just love the competitive nature of the sport. I think it's fantastic. I love how it just consumes your whole lifestyle and everything you do, down to your food, your sleep, your water intake. It all matters for that, obviously, one day of competition. So yeah, really, really looking forward to what's to come. I think as well for me is I've been bulking, right, for like the whole time I've been training. As long as I've been doing this gym thing, all I've ever known is bulking. I think I've done one mini cut, and that was last summer, just because I transitioned from powerlifting to bodybuilding. I wanted to obviously drop off a bit of body fat, so I was in a better position to bulk. But I'm a 24 now. I've been training for 8 years. Like since I was 16, all I've known is just bulk, put on size. Literally doubled my body weight from when I started training, which is mad. Obviously, I was very skinny to start with, though, so it's not really that hard to do. But yeah, it's crazy. Like crazy that now I'm gonna be like trying to lose weight, and not just lose weight. I'm gonna be actually trying to like get like stage lean, like single-digit body fat. So it's gonna be a really weird experience for me, like trying to force the scale weight to go down when I've only ever tried to make it go up for the last 8 years. So it's going to be a bit of a head fuck, but one that I am willing to do for the experience and hopefully to do quite well. So yeah, don't really have like expectations. I'd love to win it. I think that'd be fantastic. But I know there's a lot of really good athletes that are probably going to be competing at this show. So the main reason I'm going there, man, is just for the experience. I just want to say that I've done it and just know that I've given it everything, and just really trying to see my potential in the sport and get an idea for like, you know, where I could take it. I think that's kind of where I want to go. So yeah, I know I'm probably slightly disadvantaged because of my height, obviously being a lot taller. I'm going to look a lot smaller and skinnier on stage potentially, but I'm not going to be a victim to my genetics. You know, you work with the hand you're dealt, right? So I'm not going to let that stop me. Just going to go up there and try my absolute best anyway. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I'll put on screen now some of the posing I did after that session just then. I only recorded it in portrait. Portrait, sorry, not landscape. But I'll put that on screen now. Looking pretty good. fairly conditioned, to be fair. Like, obviously, we've got a lot of body fat to pull off, but all things considered, looking quite lean considering we are 22 weeks out. So I'm very happy with that. Everything's pretty tame at the moment. Food intake, 5k calories. So a pretty decent deficit, about 500 calorie deficit for me. So maybe a bit more, maybe like 700 or 800 actually. But yeah, feeling good, feeling very optimistic about things going forward. Obviously, granted, it is going to get a lot more difficult. I expect that to happen, but looking forward to the process and looking forward just to seeing how it goes, man. So yeah, lots of really good things to come. I will try and upload these YouTube videos more frequently. If you do want to connect to me more regularly, Instagram is going to be the best place. I post stories on there every day, and I try to post on my feed quite often as well. I do have TikTok, don't really use it much, need to try to use it a bit more. But for me, man, like, YouTube's where it's at. I just love, like, I think because I came into the industry, well, not came into the industry, but when I started watching YouTube, right, like fitness videos, we're talking 8 or 9 years ago now, there was no obviously TikTok, Instagram didn't have Reels, it was just YouTube. So when I first started watching, it was like Jeff Size, Stephen Cowell, David Lay just got on the scene. He was with like Dylan McKenna and stuff, and it was all just raw, authentic, just having fun and training, man. And that's why I love YouTube, because I can just talk to the camera and just be myself. And, you know, I don't have to be too like pushy with sales or anything, which you don't have to be, but obviously to try and stand out and to get clients and stuff and coaching, you know, you do need to be a little bit salesy. But with YouTube, I don't try to push anything, man. I literally just sit down and record these videos because I enjoy it. It's just what I do. Like, this is literally my life. I live and breathe bodybuilding, as sad as that might seem. I do have a few other interests, but, you know, this is pretty much what I do. Like, I've had my fun. I'm 24 now. Like, yes, I'm still young, but I've had my fun partying, festivals. I've done it all before. I'm not really looking to do anything like that anymore. Just looking to enjoy myself and just really knuckle down and try and become a bodybuilder, just be an athlete and, you know, see my potential in the sport, and obviously grow my business as well, and just really like dive headfirst into this industry. So yeah, lots of really cool things to come. But yeah, I will try and upload these YouTube videos a bit more frequently. I know I've kind of been slacking a little bit. Said every week. I think the last one was about 2 weeks ago, but I want to post these every week at minimum, just because it's easy to do, man. Like, I don't put like a whole lot of effort into editing with these, just because in my opinion I prefer the rawer, more authentic content. I don't really like to, you know, go crazy with the montages, the edits. Some people like it. You know, I think, you know, some people pull off, you're like Trend Twins, for example, or their energy, obviously they pull off like the montages pretty well. But for me, man, I just sit down and talk, and I do what I do anyway. So I would be doing the exact same thing right now if I didn't have a camera in front of me. Well, maybe I wouldn't be talking to myself, but nothing changes, man. This is my life, this is what I do. I live and breathe bodybuilding, I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, a like is always appreciated. Any video ideas, anything you want to see whilst I'm on prep now, let me know. That'd be really cool to have some suggestions. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you in a bit. Peace.